Hey guys, episode 2
Hold on.
of the Nerd Herd. First off, before we start, I'd just like to thank you guys for the crazy amount of views we got. I think we're at like 60 views now.
So that's my dog being dumb.
And for a channel that had never posted a video before, I think that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. It's more than my current solo YouTube channel, so not bad.
So
And sorry, my dog.
that's all good.
Just cut that in post.
Alright, well, I
This
guess
is gonna be rated.
we should just start. Marvel section of the news. What?
Feed me the news. Let's do this.
Alright. Marvel news. We have 3 new Spider-Man posters for Far From Home. And we were supposed to get a trailer Monday, but the reason they didn't give us the trailer and they gave us the posters instead was because of the fact that it pertains spoilers to Endgame. And it would...
Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I remember day after we posted that first podcast, I was like, oh, what about that trailer?
Yeah.
It came out.
Oh, so, okay, Avengers Endgame is 3 hours and 2 minutes long, but, I mean, which is crazy good. I'm proud, I'm just happy that Disney decided to make it, that long.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I don't see a problem with that. It's gonna be a really long movie. I'm pretty sure that's longer than Fellowship of the Ring, isn't it?
Longer than what?
Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then we also got a new trailer, or not trailer, poster, for Endgame, with, like, Avenge the Fallen over a bunch of the characters, which is pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, I remember that,
Yeah. What else do we have? Oh, okay, so the New Mutant actors don't even know, like, what's happening with the film. It's that bad, and I hope they just release it.
I mean, is the New Mutants that much of a property that we need to be up and on to get a movie on right now? I mean,
No, I don't think. If we get it, cool, because it was gonna be like a horror superhero
it's
film.
not.
But I don't think it's.
Is it in the
necessary.
MCU?
No. It'd be in the Foxverse, I think. But it's not a necessary movie to have. Kevin Feige says Captain Marvel is going to be the new face of the MCU, taking over Captain America's role and Iron Man's role.
It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing, especially because the movie was bad. So I wish they would make the movie good.
I wouldn't say it was bad. I would just say it was like mediocre. Like it wasn't like any of the.
It was definitely
Phase
not
One.
what I expected.
It had the formula of a Phase 1 movie, but it wasn't. Because you can never top Iron Man. You can never top Captain America. Because those movies came out in times where superhero movies were a joke.
Right.
So Captain Marvel came out and it was just like, oh, let's just do the same thing again.
Yeah. Speaking of Captain Marvel, it enters the top 10 most made movies in the box office.
That's grossing.
Yeah, for a superhero
Types
film.
grossing, yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Obviously, not the best movie ever, but I think it's still cool that a female lead is...
Yeah,
Oh, so I'm going to put it up on screen. There's a set photo of a Morbius movie, and it shows a truck with Kraven on it, and it's like a pastry truck.
I'm still clueless on what Morbius is.
Morbius is like a vampire dude, basically.
Who? Pirate dude?
Vampire.
Oh.
Yeah. But what's really important about it is that the truck has Kraven on it, and they're making a Kraven movie. It's like a pastry bakery thing. So
they're making a Kraven movie?
Yes.
Out of all the Spider-Man villains you could make a movie on, I thought there was going to be like a Sinister Six movie. What happened to that?
Oh, that got scrapped a long time ago.
Oh.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah.
But if
Sinister Six movie, we're making a Craven movie.
But if
So
but it
and
has
the Craven's always been the
with
weakest.
Craven on it on that truck. So is Craven like a pastry guy? Is that like his backstory in the movie, which would be awful? I hope they don't do that.
Oh yeah, that would be bad.
More.
It's probably just like some Wilson Fisk thing. Well, not like Wilson Fisk, but like. No, I'm not saying that Wilson Fisk will be involved, but I mean like, you know how Wilson Fisk, he has like these small companies that don't mean anything to the plot at all.
Yeah.
He probably just owns some dumb pastry store that's gonna be like, have some weird drug lab at the bottom.
More Avengers Endgame news. So Kevin Feige talks about it's gonna focus on the original 6 Avengers and like what they went through all 3 phases and just their story. It's gonna be like it's gonna focus on all the characters, but it's also gonna.
What's this movie gonna be called?
What?
What's this movie gonna be called? What's this thing gonna be called? What are you talking about?
The Avengers Endgame is gonna focus on the original 6 Avengers and like.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Runaways got renewed for season 3. If you watch Runaways, I do not, because I do not have Hulu.
Do not. Okay, so a couple months ago, I was like, nope, I'm not watching a single Marvel show. And then I found Daredevil, so I was like, okay, maybe this Marvel show thing isn't that bad. And then I watched Luke Cage. So, didn't come to everything. I'm not sure why there are like a million Marvel shows.
Yeah.
Or why they're needed. But,
so Brie Larson talks about the fact that she wants Captain Marvel to have like a lesbian romance in the MCU.
Alright.
They've never done that before in the MCU movies, so that'd be.
That was kind of suggested at in Civil War.
With who?
Also, she would not be the first. She would not be the first gay character. I mean, Civil War 2. I mean, but she would not be the first gay character. And Ragnarok, the angel lady. What was her name?
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie. You know she was gay, right?
No, I didn't know.
Her character is anyway.
Oh, I had no idea. So, you know how Zack Snyder's like, my movies are the best, you should watch my movies, they're great. He talks about how Zack Snyder, he talks about how he likes the Marvel movies, but he says like you should be open to other movies as well, which is basically him just saying, watch my movies, they're not Marvel movies, but they're better, basically. Which is...
Yeah.
He just needs to stop. Like, your movies, they had a direction, they were going to be original, they didn't work out because Warner Brothers screwed you over, but they probably weren't going to be that good anyway. And
that the last good Zack Snyder movie was Watchmen. I love Watchmen.
Was it good? I've never seen it.
Watchmen's good. Cool. But I also read the graphic novel too. And the graphic novel was better. Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Zack Snyder later and other things, but you know how Gambit, that's a movie that was supposed to happen. The director talks about how because of the Disney deal, it's on hold again, so they might as well just cancel it because it's on hold again. And then the last bit of Marvel news is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is coming May 10th, season 6.
Oh, I thought that show ended.
No, they're doing one more short season, it's gonna be like 10 or 11 episodes. Yeah. Alright, that's our Marvel side. It's shorter than it was last week. There's not as much news this week that came out, but there's a lot more topics we're going to talk about. DC news. Zack Snyder, I said we were going to talk about him some more. Zack Snyder is mad that people say that he was wrong to have Batman kill. And he just talks about how...
Why was he mad at that? It's his fault that he didn't, read a single comic.
Yeah, he talks about how it's, his take on the character. He can do what he wants.
I mean, he's not wrong, but he also shouldn't... He's really bad at taking criticism.
Yeah. He's basically just... I don't understand his thought process. But one more thing, he says, that is definitely not his fault, and it sucks because I feel like the movie could have been better. But he talks about and confirms the fact that when he made Batman v Superman, WB basically scrapped a bunch of it. They took out 40 plus minutes of the movie. Now I'm assuming that
is that even in the Snyder cut?
Yeah, it's the original cut of the movie had 40 plus 40 minutes more than what was on the final product. Which it's very unfortunate that happened. Because I bet it wouldn't have been as god-awful as it turned out to be.
I wouldn't have.
Oh, and so in his original Justice League, Batman was... Everybody was everybody's going to get mind controlled by the bad dude. I don't remember his name because he was so forgettable.
Welcome to DC.
But he also said that...
You know what I'm excited? We gotta talk about this. You know what I'm excited for? You didn't put this in the list. I didn't either, but that Joker movie was good. I love Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
I'm excited for
and
that.
I am yeah. At first I was like, Joker movie, what? But then I saw Joaquin Phoenix, and you know that clip where it's
yeah, he's on
playing,
that subway.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the Who. I mean, no, it's the Guess Who. It's playing Laughing by the Guess Who.
Yeah.
And it's like
really
a makeup
good.
test, and I was just like, whoa, Joaquin Phoenix, he plays that role good.
Yeah, he looks great as it too.
Looks the part. Yeah.
But Zach also said
the makeup is different, but in a good way. You know, the makeup isn't really Joker makeup, but it's scary. You know?
Yeah, he looks great. But
you know, another great thing about that movie.
What?
It's not directed by Zack Snyder.
Yes.
Automatic blessing.
Leave. But guess what else was going to happen? Batman was going to join the Green Lantern Corps because...
Of course.
Because it's Zack Snyder.
You know, Batman, Green Lantern, yeah.
That happened.
Green Lantern person at all.
So,
I don't like Green Lantern. I think he's a boring hero, and I don't hate on him. I don't think he's a crappy hero. I saved myself there. But I just don't find him that interesting.
I just don't know why he thought, yeah, we should make Batman join the Green Lantern Corps. That definitely makes sense, and they should do it. No, you shouldn't do it. Thank God WB decided not to put out that movie. It would have been interesting, but it would have sucked. Next bit of news. James McAvoy, he did Professor X.
I know who James McAvoy is.
I
love James McAvoy. He's one of my favorite actors.
He wants to play the Riddler in the DCEU.
He wants to what?
Do the Riddler in the DCEU.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you think he'd be a good Riddler?
James McAvoy.
That doesn't seem like
he's a great actor. He can play a lot of roles. If you are sitting here saying, that doesn't seem like his thing, watch Wanted. Wanted is a great movie. It's on Netflix. Great movie. Come back to me after that, and maybe I can see it. He would just really have to work hard. I don't like that they use Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah.
I just pulled some name from Breaking Bad out of me. What's his name? Really, what's the dude? Lex Luthor, Batman v Superman. I just forget his name. Jesse something.
That guy. I don't like him, but
I like him. He's in some good stuff. The Social Network's a great movie.
Maybe it was just his role that wasn't. Yeah, he sucked in Ghost Luther.
And fun fact, he was told originally that he was playing Riddler, and that's why he played. He played Lex Luthor like he was the Joker. That's why he was told he was playing Riddler.
Nice, Warner Bros.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he'd be good because all the he does Professor X, very intellectual characters. So I think he'd be good as the Riddler, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah.
So Jai Courtney, he did Professor Boomerang in the masterpiece that is Suicide Squad. He says that his character Captain Boomerang is coming back for the sequel /
Which is directed by James Gunn.
Which I'm honestly excited to see how that turns out. And I'm excited to see more how bad it ends up being because I have no faith in this movie whatsoever. But yeah, so he's going to be in the soft reboot that is Suicide Squad 2. I don't remember anything about his character mainly because he had 2 lines. But yeah, that's happening.
He had the only funny line in the whole movie. I still stand by this. In the movie, when the soldier dude, he walks into the bar, he gets a shot, and he's like, "All right, all of you can leave." He grabs a beer and runs. Only funny moment in the whole movie.
That's pretty good. All right, Star Wars.
I agree.
Like I said, not much this week on news, but so Werner Herzog, he sounds German. I don't really know what he's been in, but he's confirmed to be the villain for the Mandalorian TV series on Disney Plus. So
here we go. Star Wars again.
So if you know who he is, there you go. That's some news for you. I don't really have much to say about that because I don't know much about the actor. If you listened or read the Star Wars books, I have news for you. There is an audio novel that will explore Count Dooku and Asajj Ventress, their backstory as characters, which is something we haven't really seen much of. We had stuff on Dooku in Legends, but not as much. Actually, really not anything in canon.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, what does this mean in canon? I have read one book of Star Wars, and it was that, it was the one that was it was a direct sequel to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was it's not canon anymore. It's not canon anymore, but it was canon for a very long time. What was it?
No, it's Legends. So Mandalorian.
Oh, no, it wasn't Legends. No. It was, I have a copy of it in my room. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Yeah.
So Mandalorian, Disney Plus show, hasn't come out yet, but it's already been, it already is, confirmed for a second season. So that's confident, but, I guess, they don't have to worry just because it's their streaming service, whatever. And it'll do well, too, because people will watch anything Star Wars.
Disney.
So there's a new episode 9 supposed poster. It looks very cool. It was leaked, so we don't know if it's officially.
I have a couple questions if you know them, if you know the answer to them. But is this trilogy that's coming after episode 9? Is that going to be in the same canon as this Abrams Ron Howard universe?
Yes. Yeah, canon. Yeah, it's all canon. But yeah, so this poster shows new stormtroopers that are in red.
Hold on. Episode 9 poster leak.
Yeah. It's a very... I like the poster.
Let's see. Oh, is this the one? Oh, that's real. That seems real. Wait, no, it doesn't. Because Rey is wearing the exact same thing she was wearing in episode 7.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's CGI Jar Jar Binks looking thing I do not like. I'm looking at that thing. That thing is going to come to me in my sleep and kill me.
Yeah.
A leaked. This girl in the corner. I don't like the ships above. This looks awfully fake to me. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I've seen those ships above, that's like flying above them. That seems like a loading screen for a Star Wars game. Rey looks too much like she did in what's it called, Last Jedi. This Jar Jar Binks looking thing I hate. I literally hope that thing is gonna haunt me tonight.
So that's it for Star Wars. Like I said, not much on the news this week. If we go to
Penguins.
If we go to games, we're gonna go to games. We have more games, but just because Casey had a lot.
We have more games later.
Right, but we're calling it Casey's Corner just because it was a lot, and we didn't really want to move it because
we didn't want to.
It's Gen X, and we're lazy. Deal with it. So the games that I found that I put up, I only have one. It's Iron Man is getting like a PlayStation game in VR this year, which is really exciting because VR for Iron Man.
I love hearing you talk about things you know nothing about.
You know what, Casey?
I know this all this gaming lingo, and you're just like the Iron Man VR.
Yeah, I'm not a gaming boy, but Casey is. So Casey, how do you?
There's this PSVR game that you would love. You would love this game, and it's like each character. There's like 30 characters from the Avengers. Like there's Deadpool, there's Wolverine, there's Spider. There's your basic Avengers like Hulk, etc. But there's like Deadpool and Wolverine and like Gambit, and you pick a character and you fight other people who pick their own character. And this is an official licensed game on PSVR, and it's really fun. You would love it.
Cool. But yeah, Iron Man in VR sounds really fun because you're flying around, doing all the things.
There have been attempts at an Iron Man game. There was like a movie tie-in game that was really fun.
Yeah, I have one game for it. It was for the PS3 for Iron Man 1, which was pretty fun, kind of. Yeah. So there you go. That's our bit for games for now, at least. Next bit is trailers. Yay. Casey, you ready for these trailers? Whoa, what happened? Oh, okay, you cut out for a second. Because my connection.
Oh man, yeah.
Doo-doo. Alright, first trailer that we have to talk about. You know her, you love her. Dora got her trailer. She's getting a movie.
I remember when this was leaked and everybody was like memeing about it. Like nobody thought it was real. Like who the hell would imagine?
It is.
Like Dora the Explorer. Yeah, it's real. It's real. Is it like theatrical? Like I haven't seen the trailer. I've just like seen memes on it. It's like,
yeah, it's theatrical. God. Where the frick? I have a whole paper on my opinions on it. Okay.
My God, did you really write an essay about the Dora?
I didn't write an essay. I just wrote some notes on how I felt about it. Okay. I can write what I want. Okay. You ready? My first opinion on it is, where the frick is Backpack Guy? There's no Backpack Guy. The backpack.
Did you really?
And the map character. They're not there. Okay, they're not there, and that makes me mad because they're key parts to Dora. Okay. Second off,
I'm sorry that you're torn by the fact that Backpack Kid.
You're not. That doesn't distress you.
Live action movie. I'm excited to see that Snitch Kid. What's his name?
Diego.
Swiper. I'm excited to see that kid in live action.
Well,
Some kid is talking.
So, they're just trying to make it
There's
too
a
much.
squirrel! Everyone's trying to see CG squirrel. Is Diego going to be making some guest appearances?
Yes.
What's going on here?
Oh my
Is it like
God.
the Kim Possible movie that just came out? They
Dude.
just made a live-action Kim Possible movie. I'm just like...
Oh,
what?
yeah, that was a thing that happened, because God hates us.
Oh, man.
Kim Possible, my guy. Kim Possible. So yeah, Dora had a trailer. They're trying to make it too much like Indiana Jones if it was about Dora.
Oh man, it's really like an Indian. I thought it'd be like it sounds like a Key and Peele skit. Like this
And
can't
the
be
jokes
acted.
are so bad.
You think God stays in heaven because God stays in heaven because he's afraid of what he's created? Honestly,
Dude, the jokes suck and it just seems so bad. And it
yes, because comedy in the Dora the Explorer movie is expected to be like top par.
The only thing that I'm happy about is the movie, it's so obvious that it doesn't take itself seriously, which in my opinion is very good because it shouldn't, because it's gonna suck. That is my whole rant about Dora. Next trailer, because we actually had a good amount of trailers this week, which is great for me because I love trailers. We got a Pennyworth trailer for, Alfred Pennyworth, and it takes place in the 60s. It looks very interesting. There's like 30 seconds, but I'm already very intrigued in it, and it's cool to see a little bit about his backstory and what happened to him and what made him such a cool character. So yeah.
So, what's next on the list? Let me scroll down. Oh, wait.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I'm so excited to talk about Umbrella Academy with you because I want to see how your thoughts on the ending was. Because I told you last week that... I did. Julian, shut up. So,
we'll
I wanted
get
to
there,
see how your reaction
so,
to the ending.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got a new trailer for Season 6. I enjoyed it. It's very interesting. I'll just spoil it for you because whatever, it's a trailer. It's basically like all the S.H.I.E.L.D. So it's May's there, the Speed Yo-Yo is there, and then there are two new characters, and then there's just nice old two new characters, and they're like running and they're in pain and whatever, like hit down and stuff, and it's like Phil Coulson is being Phil Coulson because he has like a new character arc this season, and it involves him being weird, and he didn't like remember what S.H.I.E.L.D. was when they were like, you used to work here at S.H.I.E.L.D., and he was like, I don't know what that is, and yeah, so I'm very interested because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is, I've watched every episode, and I grew up with the show basically, so yeah, I'm very excited for that. Music, because music is a big part of me and Casey's life. Let's talk about it. First thing, KG Elephant,
Okay, so I didn't find out that KG Elephant released like a couple of new singles
until I told you.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say this up front. I love KG Elephant. I've been growing up with their music. As we're gonna talk about later on, Borderlands, which is one of my favorite games of all time, they have a lot of modern alt rock KG Elephant stuff in the soundtrack of the games. If you saw that trailer, you heard some what was it?
Yeah, I liked the trailer. I thought it was very good. But so Night Running, I thought that it was a very good song.
I didn't like I remember that one of the singles I liked, and one of them I didn't. The one with Beck I didn't like.
Yeah, that was this one. I thought it was good.
The song with Beck, it was too much for me. It was too much for me. I grew up with KG Elephant debut album. So like Interested in the Wicked, singles like that.
Yeah.
So it was very.
I liked it.
Their 2015 album I loved.
Oh yeah, Tell Me I'm Pretty. That's a good one.
Tell Me I'm Pretty I loved. That was a good album.
Yeah,
But,
I'm excited
there's
for
also the
Social
new,
Cues.
Black Keys album. No, not Black Keys, but yeah, Black Keys. I mean the new Black Keys singles. I love
Oh yeah,
that.
we'll
'Cause
talk
Black
about
Keys,
that later.
yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine. So yeah, I thought it was a good tune. I liked the effects on the guitars and stuff. It was very good, in my opinion.
Yeah, that was alright.
So okay, now we're gonna talk about an album. Billie Eilish. When we fall asleep, where do we go? Excuse my voice crack. I personally thought I was gonna hate it and it was gonna be like a 2 out of 10, but I really enjoyed it. Hello?
Yeah, I liked it too. I'm sorry, I was just spacing out.
It's all good. I really enjoyed it. I thought just the effects were great. Some of the writing was a little cheesy. But I liked it. It had great beats. I don't know how I feel about the way she sings, because she has, her voice is great and she has so much potential, but she just like murmurs it and stuff, and it's very unique. But I feel like if she tried to sing louder and project, it would be a lot better and very good.
I thought it was just it was good.
I'm
still waiting for her to come out with her, still waiting for her, what should I put up as an example? I'm still waiting for Melancholy, you know, I'm still waiting for, what's it called, the Moon. You know, I'm still waiting to see what her magnum opus is, or if this was her magnum opus.
Yeah.
Or if this was going to be the best it gets. I'm still waiting, you know?
Yeah,
and once we get there,
we don't know,
we'll know
until she
comes
out with more music. Like, what is she gonna do? But yeah, I give it like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. It was just very good. I don't think it's the next big thing, and I really hope that her music isn't like what it doesn't become super trendy and people start to copy it, because I don't think this is what music, like, this shouldn't be, when people think of music, I really don't want them to think Billie Eilish and her style of music, because it's not for me, and I think, no, this music, I wouldn't see this live, because it doesn't seem like it'd be fun live, and so, I love going to shows, and this would just be so boring live, not much connection to the crowd, in my opinion. So if this becomes what music is, people doing live really won't happen, just because of the style of the music. Nobody's going to want to see that, because it's going to be boring, in my opinion.
I'm still one of those kids that's like, maybe in the 2020s we'll see rock coming back. But, like, I don't know.
I feel like rock is gonna softly come back. Maybe, though. I don't know. So, it's that time, for our music section. Or not our music section, our TV show section, which means Umbrella Academy Review. I'm gonna rant a little bit. I thought the jokes were bad. I did not mind the cliffhanger. I don't know how you felt about it, Casey, but I didn't mind them leaving you on a cliffhanger like that, and I thought it was smart, because I'm assuming there's going to be a season 2, and I want there to be a season 2, because I want to see where it goes. It was, and I felt, at least for me, maybe I'm just stupid, I thought it was unpredictable. At times, certain things about it were unpredictable. I thought it was, I give it a 7 out of 10. I did not mind it. I think,
I give it 6 out of 10.
I didn't like that it ignored, so there were, 48 other children, and, they ignored the fact that they only bought, he only got 6 of them, but like if they have powers, you'd think the other like 40 or
So season 2 is probably gonna help them too.
yeah. I hope because it's a stupid plot hole that they left for something so easy to like. It's not easy to explain, but they could have touched on it just a little bit. Because that was one thing where I was what happened to the other children? Where are they? I don't know.
It started off really strong, and it felt like I just kind of like slowly derailed. Not too much, so that it was like bad.
Yeah.
Well, I've changed my opinion on how it was last week. It wasn't like I feel like the ending was weak, you know?
Yeah, I remember what you said.
A cliffhanger.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid show.
Yeah.
It's not like wow that's the best show ever, but it's definitely not like wow that show was
Right.
really bad because it was good in my opinion at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So Alright, let's go to movies.
Yeah, I have some movies.
So Pet Sematary producer. Okay, so here's my thing. You bring up Pet Sematary, and you are talking to the kid who's. I'm a huge horror fan.
I was gonna put it down. I wasn't gonna put it down when I saw it. But I was like, Casey would love to talk about this, so I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, I do. So so you picked the best movie to talk about with me because Pet Sematary. For me, I'm a huge horror fan, and Pet Sematary was the first horror movie I ever saw. I was maybe 9, and I saw Pet Sematary, and I was like, that was the scariest thing I've ever seen. And then now I collect Blu-rays, and Pet Sematary was one of the first Blu-rays I got. Because man, what a good horror movie! And I agree that there needs to be a proper remake because that movie has not aged well. It's a great movie. It's almost like Evil Dead, not plot wise, but like how I feel about it. Why it's like I love Evil Dead, one of my favorite horror movies ever made.
Yeah.
Really campy. It's really outdated, but for Evil Dead it works. But for Pet Sematary, most people know what Evil Dead is. Most people know about Evil Dead because Ash Williams is one of the main characters of Evil Dead. Is one of the most iconic characters in pop culture history. But Pet Sematary, it doesn't get that wild card. It's a Stephen King novel that was made into a movie in 1989. Like, it doesn't get that, you know?
Right.
And so people kind of just, it's campy, and it needs a remake, and it needs a proper remake. And I am not happy with these trailers, because A, the actor who's playing Lewis, the main character of Pet Sematary, I don't see him as Lewis, I see him as just some smell with an annoying daughter. And the trailers reveal, I've seen Pet Sematary, I've read Pet Sematary, I'm going to warn you right now, those trailers show everything that happens in the movie.
Yeah.
Everything. Betting that it's not going to get past a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not excited about that. And I don't know why this producer dude is already talking about a sequel with movies even out yet.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was going to talk about this later, but let's do it now. I just saw it again like the second time now. And us just not what moviegoers want to see. Pet Sematary, it's a new one anyway, it's what horror moviegoers want to see. A dumb, jump scare fest horror movie that you just sit down and watch and you're like, oh, that's scary, yeah, it's a jump scare, it's a jump scare. That's the kind of thing that moviegoers are going to see. I promise you it's going to make a lot, but I don't know. Pet Sematary I hold dear to my heart, and I'm worried about the sequel. I'm worried about this.
Yeah. So just these are some things. Everything here for like things we experienced. I have, because they're older. So Black Keys, they're a band that I hold dearly to my heart, just because they were one of the first bands I ever was introduced to, and was like, wow, that's a really good band. They released a single to an album called High Low, which I thought not their best work, but I had like a great hook, great instrumental part, just in my opinion a solid song. that I liked. So yeah, that's my Foo Fighters bit. Short, doesn't need to be long. Next thing, AJR. They're a band that's popular, I would say. They have a following. They released a new song, like a week ago called 100 Bad Days. It's just about like having bad experiences. It's an awful song. It sounds like everything else they've ever released, and it
Weezer stuff, like.
It's just awful.
Speaking of Weezer, can we talk about how bad Weezer is nowadays?
Yes, go ahead and rant, my boy.
Weezer? You a Weezer fan?
I don't know much about Weezer, to be honest with you.
So here's all you need to know about Weezer, okay? They were this 90s band, and they released this album called the Blue Album. It's one of the greatest albums ever made. It's incredible. Then they released a second album called Pinkerton, and it's one of those albums you need to listen to multiple times to like truly appreciate. If you go from the Blue Album, which is the original album we just talked about, and Pinkerton, you're gonna be like, what the hell is this? But after a while, you're like, oh yeah, Pinkerton. And then they just released a bunch of garbage for the next 20 years, and they didn't evolve at all.
Yeah.
And that's the story of Weezer. Their new stuff is just bad. They just released something called the Teal album, which is an album full of covers, but it's all 80s covers. And I'm not one of those people that likes the whole 80s craze that's going on right now. Like, I liked it back when Stranger Things was doing it first, but now it's just annoying.
Right. Yeah. So the next thing, so me and my mom watch This Is Us. Great show. But so we watched this commercial for a show called The Village, and I was like, wow, that looks good. So we watched the first episode. The first episode's like 2 or 3 weeks old now. I watch it. It is really over dramatic, and the first episode's like a lot for a first episode, in my opinion. So that if you decide to watch it, go ahead. But I
like This Is Us. It's a good show. But I'm also a triplet wild card. I get that trap card where I could be like, I'm a triplet, Yeah. So I get it. I like it. It's a good show.
The Village?
It's just like Parenthood, but with a twist,
Yeah.
And I didn't like Parenthood. Parenthood was boring to me. Like, my mom was like, oh no, Parenthood is ending. I'm like, oh, it's not that show that's just like Modern Family, but not funny. Wait a second, Modern Family isn't funny, never mind.
The last thing I want to talk about is that 70s show that I just started because I need a sitcom to watch because I wanted a show to watch, and my friend was like, yeah, you should watch that 70s show because it's funny. It's freaking hilarious in my opinion, and I enjoy it a lot. I definitely recommend it. The comedy's on point. You care about the characters. It just has everything you would need in a sitcom. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a show that like is on par with almost as good as Friends, if not as good as Friends. It's
This Is Us?
No.
I'm the kid over here saying, oh, okay. I was about to say, This Is Us is not really I'll say it's a sitcom, but not like a in front of a live audience Friends sitcom. No.
Right. So we're gonna go to Casey's Corner. This will never happen again, but like I said, we're gonna
never again.
Sections. But luckily, it's mainly game stuff, so you get like games 2.0, except for the last section. So Borderlands 3 gets an announcement section. And hype.
Okay, so
let me
talk.
I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, you good? Okay, so Borderlands 3. Okay, let me go back into wee old Casey and his backstory. Borderlands is a game series I grew up with. I never played Borderlands 1, because it came out in like 2009, and I was too young. But I played Borderlands 2, and it's one of the only games that I beat to 100%. I have every single thing maxed out in that game. I'm very proud of what I've done and wasted my life on. And this new game, and Borderlands 1 came out in 2009. Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. This new one, they don't have a release date yet, but welcome to 2019. It's been a while. So I'm really hyped. I'm really excited. And we've known that a Borderlands 3 has been coming out for a long. We've known that Borderlands 3 has been in the works for a while, but now we're actually starting to see stuff for it. I'm really happy.
Dude, the graphics look really cool. I've never seen graphics like that for a video game.
Yeah, it's like a cell shaded style. They've been using this for like years.
Yeah.
I would like Borderlands. The soundtracks are like hugely open.
Yeah, I liked the music for it. It was cool. So
they know how to write characters in that game. But yeah, it's a great game. What else? What next? Okay, so Evil Dead DLC, Dead by Daylight. I'm staying up till 12 for this DLC, by the way, tonight. That's happening.
Oh, it is. We're gonna have to talk. You're gonna have to talk about it on the next podcast.
I'll tell you how it is because so basically, this game I play called Dead by Daylight. It's like a killer game, a serial killer game, which has been a genre for a while, where 4 people play as a survivor, and 1 person plays as a killer, and the killer has to kill the survivors. It's pretty simple. And they've been adding killers to the game since launch, but they haven't really added many survivors to the game, and now they're adding Ash from the Evil Dead movies into the game, and I'm really excited for that, because Evil Dead is one of my favorite properties or movies ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And, but they haven't said whether or not it's going to cost money, so I'm going to be up until 12 o'clock tonight, and they've released free DLC for this game before, and since they're only adding in, usually when they add in a DLC for this game, it costs $6, and they add 1 survivor, 1 serial killer, and 1 map. This DLC is just going to be a survivor, so I'm hoping it's free, and if it's not free, I'll be staying up until 12 for nothing. So yeah.
Cool.
I'll update you on that, because if it isn't free, I'll definitely have it by next weekend, because usually I find some way of making money when something important like that comes out, like a DLC.
Yeah.
Next, Valve, which is the guys who make Steam, and Steam is like a place where we buy games. They announced a Half-Life VR game, and if you've been on my YouTube channel, links. I hope you put the link below so you can show people.
I remember that video.
I talk about it. Yeah, I talk about a game called Half-Life and how there was supposed to be a third Half-Life game, but it never came out. And now they've announced that they're making a Half-Life, which is going to be the air quotes sequel to the series. I hope it's not like, I hope they still make a Half-Life 3, but just not in VR. I hope this VR game isn't just going to be like, oh, this is Half-Life 3. This is what you've been waiting for like 20 years. No, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Valve, same company. They've revealed a brain chip that they want you to put into your brain. But this is like some Blade Runner, Ex Machina craziness. They want you to put this thing in your brain, and it'll allow you to play games anywhere. I don't know. They haven't actually said what the functions for it are. They're just like, oh, look, it's a brain chip. We're making it. And people are just like, okay, cool. And I'm the only one over here who's like, RoboCop, Blade Runner, Deus Ex. We're not talking about that. Okay. There's me for the end of days. Wolfenstein, Youngblood. Wolfenstein is this game where it takes place. Okay, so it's about World War II, and basically, if America lost World War II and if the Nazis won, what it would be like. And you play as this dude who's killing Nazis, and that's the plot. That's literally it. You are a dude killing Nazis. That's the plot.
That looks like
new one's coming out.
Cool shooter game. I like it. The way it looks.
This new one's going to come out, and it's going to take place in the 80s, and it's 2 players, and both of you have to cooperate and kill Nazis, and I am all the way, I'm down, and it's also going to be on Switch, which is going to be cool. I'm excited for that. The trailer looks great. I definitely recommend you watch it.
Yeah, it was
if
cool.
If you want to play a game where you kill Nazis, there you go. What's next? CSGO market. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about this because there are some people who don't know about this and they're like, "What? What is this?" And I want to talk to you about this. Okay. So they just released a new crate in this game called CS:GO, and CS:GO for years has had a system. It's called Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We're playing it right now as we speak. It's a fun game. And they've had this thing where you pay money and you open up a loot crate thing and you get a skin. This has been in games for forever. But there is a market for these skins that has been going on for years. I have skins, and we have skins that I can sell right now and make $3. But there are skins you can earn in game that you don't have to pay a dime on. You can just earn it in game, and you could make thousands of dollars on these items in game. It's crazy.
Right.
And they just released a new crate, which is going to be like you open up the crate, you get new skins, you sell the skins, or have the skins in game. And for a short amount of time right now, if you even get one of these crates to begin with, it's like $3 a pop. I've been making like $3 every day because I play the game, I earn a crate, and I get $3 because I sell the crate. There's a market for these things in game, and it's incredible. It's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most people who aren't gamers would be like, "What? You can make money like that?" Yeah, it's incredible. I know kid Demo. You know Demo? You want to know why he has so much money? Because he's told me about this and he showed it to me. He earned knives in this game. He earned skins in this game, and he cashed out his inventory for like $5,000. Like, this is like a real thing. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. It sounds very interesting. The fact that you like...
It's definitely weird to dive into. And of course, I've never made more than like $5 on a skin in this game.
Right.
Because I don't sell my skins. I like having skins in the game to like show off. Because part of it is like, whoa, I could sell this skin and get $1,000, and the other part of it is like, whoa, I have a skin in the game that is worth $5,000. I'm going to use that skin to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah.
So yeah, there's that.
So Casey, how's us doing right now?
It's commercially, it's really good.
I still have not seen it.
Talked a lot about it last week. I don't want to eat your ear off too long. I just saw it again. Great movie. Again, if you like horror movies and you like Jordan Peele, I definitely recommend you watch it.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh, and
what? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for listening. If you made it through this far, please leave a like, comment if you have a question. Go to the channels in the description. They're good channels. They're both our personal channels. Casey has content on it. I do not have content yet. I'm planning to upload something soon, but I haven't gotten around to it. So, thank you guys for listening. This is longer than last week's, so thank you guys for making it through. Subscribe, please. We're gonna do this consistently every week, so if you're not sure, we're doing it.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
See you next week.